Well, good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to my Woodturning Live. The same, my name's Dan, and today, basically, as you can see, I've already got a piece mounted to the lathe, and I'm trying to round this off as best as I possibly can before jumping on today. This is a piece of spalted British oak, and I was going to say, just before we get started, basically, this is just a demonstration, really, and please don't follow my guidelines and stuff like that, really, because it's just no way of learning, really. But yeah, as I was going to say, we were on yesterday, we produced a lovely bowl of oak. This is just short of 9 3/4 inches, so we're talking 25, just short of 25 centimeters, and by 2 inches, so we're talking 5 centimeters. So today's going to be quite interesting, and we're going to try and turn this into a nice, beautiful looking platter. I have had my new bowl gouge arrive today, which is very interesting. I've actually reprofiled it, so this is the 1/4 inch bowl gouge, so it looks a bit like a spear. So, but yeah, I've already swept the wings back on this already, and I've also changed the profile on my 1/2 inch bowl gouge just to sweep the wings back a little bit, really, just to see if I can get a bit of extra contact with the piece when I'm wood turning. So, but yeah, I was going to say, I've got the 3/8 bowl gouge, I've got the 1/2 inch bowl gouge, I've got the 1/4 inch bowl gouge, I've got the roughing gouge, and they all come from Crown. I was going to say, so it's but yeah, if you enjoy wood turning, enjoying seeing how things are made, etc., you say don't forget to support my channel, my journey on YouTube. It's very new, and we've only been on YouTube for around about 8 weeks now, and but yeah, nearly 3,500 subscribers, which is incredible. I'm going to try and not repeat myself too much in this live, but yeah, we're going to do more turning than talking, because it's taken me rather a long time to get a piece turned. So as you can see, it looks a little bit wonky at the moment because it's out of proportion at the moment. So we're going to gradually speed up now. We're going to try and get a bit of RPM going. So usually I tend to stick around 400 when I'm rounding off. So we'll see how we go. If anybody any questions and anything like that, please feel free to fire away. And yeah, and I'll try and do my best to answer as many questions as I possibly can. We're going to get this into a nice cylinder-looking round platter. So, and then we're going to put a tenon on, we're going to flip it round, and we're going to try and get this into, we're going to get it hollowed out. So I did turn a beautiful, beautiful spalted beech platter the other day, which looks very similar like this. So we're going to try and do the same, but with a piece of oak, okay? We're going to do this with a bit of oak. But yeah, I was going to say, it's been wood turning for a couple of years now, and I really enjoy the process. So, but what I have to be really mindful of is I've got, because it's 2 inches, I've got 1 inch screws running actually through the piece. So I want to ensure I don't hit these screws when I come around to the other side. So just have to be mindful in that respect, really. But yeah, welcome everybody to my live. Welcome to my live. I was going to mount it by a worm screw, but I changed my mind. We're at 451 revs here now. I'm going to try and make some progress. My object at the moment is just to remove those flat edges, basically. Otherwise, we're going to have a very 50p piece looking platter. So we're nearly there. We are nearly there. We've actually got some spalting going on here, basically, in parts of this oak. I've got one little flat edge here to remove here, and yeah, and we should have one on the other side. Yes, we do. So we'll get those cleaned up now. We'll create a natural curve. We'll put a tenon on. We'll flip it, and then basically we'll get some hollowing done, basically, and turn this into it's a piece of British oak, actually, Ian. British oak. It's one of my favourite types of timber to turn. It's got some beautiful characteristics, and it's got some beautiful, well, with a lot of the tan in the oak, you know, with the darker colour. And then we've got some of the white, where the spalting is coming through with the white oak. But yeah, I think each piece of oak, each piece of ash, beech, they all have their own particular characteristics about it, really. I've got my head shield on. I've got an air cleaner in the corner. And I wouldn't need to so much wear a mask at the moment because I'm just creating sawdust. But when it comes down to sanding, then definitely I'll need a mask on, definitely. So yeah, so thank you very much for your concern though. That's just my bag of rags falling over. But yeah, let's get these flat edges removed, and then basically we shall get this into some kind of proportion. I actually wasn't going to jump on today because I have errands to run, but we've had an awful lot of snow and ice, and the weather's not looking too pretty in Wales today. So yeah, it's very, very cold today. So just be mindful of that weather. So I thought I'll stay indoors today. But yeah, I was going to say oak is one of my most favourite types of timber to turn. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring this onto a 45-degree angle. Because what I'd like to do is just come to the back face of this. And we've got 500 people in the room. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. But yeah, I was going to say it's just a demonstration of what I've learned over the last 18 months, 2 years. I've got a couple of little ridges here where I want to try and bring this back into some kind of proportion. So it's one flat base. Be mindful of those screws. Be very mindful of those screws. So I'm going to go from my 1/2 inch bowl gouge. I'm going to go back to my 3/8 bowl gouge a second, okay? And let's see how we get on that respect. It's a same profile, but smaller flues, okay? So it's got a bit more for cleaning up really, but what I'd like to do, I don't want to remove too much material. I just want to remove these lumpy, bumpy areas. So where are we? 5451. I'm going to speed up, I think. 607 revs, okay? 607 revs. Okay, we've got that in some kind of proportion now, okay? We've got a tenon there. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit tenon wise. It's a little bit big for my liking, and just put a dovetail on there really, just so I've got a nice snug fit tenon for the jaws to grab. So but yeah, I was going to say it's and we've got 248 people in the room now. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. What are we on? 25 likes already. Thank you so much. Excuse me. Right, okay, I'm using a piece of carbide here, this roughing tip carbide. I'm going to square this off basically, and then I'm going to get a skew out, and we're going to put a dovetail on it, and then hopefully we'll be able to flip it round and hold the other side. So let's move that tool out of the way. Speed up again. 723 revs, okay, 723. So I'm going to ensure basically those handles are nice and locked. Okay, let me just stop there, just to have an inspection of that tenon. Got to really ensure that is one snug fit all the way around. It's a little bit thin on one area and thick on the other, so I'm going to get the bowl gouge back out, and I'm just going to slim it down on the face of the tenon, just to bring it down into the same diameter all the way around, all the way around. Right, I get that 3/8 back out. In fact, no, I'm not going to get the 3/8 back out. I'm going to get this spear, okay? It's the 1/4 inch bowl gouge. I've never used it before, actually. It's only just arrived today. Should arrive the other day, but we're going to test it today. We are going to test it today. I do actually like it. I do actually like it. Okay, how are we looking? How are we looking? 35 likes already, still 400 people in the room. Alright, okay. I don't know what the weather's like with you guys, girls, ladies and gents, but it's very, very cold, it's very wet. It's very icy out there in Wales today. You can see this area here, there's quite a lot of spalting going on. This should look very interesting by the time I turn it round and start hollowing. So this is sitting on the exterior. I'm wondering if it's actually going to come through on the interior of the platter. So just checking now, just making sure. Still an area here I'd like to remove, okay? Still just that one area there. So what I'm going to do for that, I'm going to get out my bowl scraper. Okay, I'm just going to bring this tool rest up a tad, just a little bit. Move the 1/4 inch bowl gouge. I'm going to try and scrape that raised area there, basically, just that raised area. Okay, not as clean as I like it, so I'm going to go back to my 3/8 second, okay? I think yesterday when I went live, I think I managed to get 169 likes just by creating the piece that I did yesterday, which was absolutely incredible. Like I still got it in here. I don't think I do. I think it's gone to cure out. So, right, okay, we've removed that lumpy area, okay? So sometimes I put a shoe on, like a foot, but with the platters I don't tend to. So what I am going to do, I'm going to basically, I'm going to make that a tad smaller, not by much. And then put a dovetail on there because it'll sit more comfortable actually in the jaws. So keep it at 723 revs, okay? quite comfortable there. Now I'm going to get the skew out, okay? The skew. Put the ducktail on there. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. Yeah, slow that down. Okay. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So, I'll lock that headstock, undo the chuck, and take that faceplate off. Let's take those screws out. As you can see, I didn't want to hit these. Okay, I did not want to hit these screws because that would have been a problem. So lucky I didn't. Lucky I didn't. So basically, we've got the SC3 chuck here from Record Power. I am going to invest in a new chuck soon. Open those jaws up. And there we go. We've got a nice snug fit. Yes, we do. So I'm sure that's going nowhere. There we are. There we are. So what I'd like to do is clean this face up now. I know I've got this guide hole which I need to be mindful of, okay? So what I'd like to do is just come in gradually, bit by bit by bit. And yeah, and hopefully we'll get this into a nice looking platter. A nice looking platter. Okay, back to the 3/8. Okay, I'm going to stay at 700 revs. If you're enjoying the live, don't forget to hit that like button. It does do the channel massive favours and really helps the channel out massively with all this algorithmy stuff, whatever it is. I'm going to make a platter. A platter. It's a bit like a shower on the bowl, but something like this. So this is spalted beech, by the way. This is oak. So very different, unique patterns in oak. So I'm going to put that on bandsaw. Retired. Wish I was. Looks cool. Yeah, I love wood turning, buddy. I love wood turning. It's a great hobby. Incredibly dangerous, but yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay, let's have a closer look. Let's have a closer look. I know there's some tool marks near at the moment, but we will remove those when we do some final cuts. But what I am going to do before I carry on, I'm just going to sharpen this bowl gouge up, okay? It takes me less than, 10 seconds, so I'm going to swing it around into my workshop. Excuse the mess. There's my first lathe. There. This one. So, I'm going to put it into the jig. Lock that into place so it holds the gouge. No, it's not going to hold the gouge, okay? We are going to make sure it holds the gouge. There, okay? Holds the gouge. And that is it. It's sharp, okay? And you can always tell when it's sharp. It's shiny as anything. So, right, let's bring you back around to the platter. There we are. Right, okay. I'm just being mindful of the depth, really. I don't want to go straight to the bottom because then it's going to make it a right mess of it. So, I want to clean these walls up on the inside. Come in, basically, and hopefully I shall make the walls a little bit thinner. Take these tool marks out of it. Give it a sand with a mask. And hopefully I'll put a finish on it, basically, and it should look lovely. Okay. Believe it or not, I've only just cleaned my workshop and it's already looking like a hamster cage already. We've nearly got 900 people in the room. Well, smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. See if we can get me up to 3,200 subscribers in 8 weeks. We're nearly there. When I came onto YouTube about 8 weeks ago, I didn't even think I'd hit 50 subscribers, and we've hit over 3,000. So I'm absolutely over the moon. Can't thank you all enough. Be very, very gentle with those cuts now. Very, very gentle. What I like to do when I'm on live, I like to explain my process, you know. Because otherwise you're gonna sit there watching me doing this without me explaining. So, okay, let's have a look. I think I can go a little tad deeper. I don't want to go too deep, but I think I've got room for about 1/8 of an inch. So a little bit deeper. Otherwise, it just looks like a tray rather than a platter. So what I'm looking for is this equal rim all the way around, So again, we'll go a little bit deeper. We'll follow that back in, and hopefully we can get up to sanding. So yeah, Wales is very, very white at the moment. Very, very white at the moment. It's very snowy, very icy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, I can see on the outside here, I've got a tool mark, and I can see it literally kind of as it's spinning. So what I've got to be very mindful of now, I've taken a lot of the mass out of the front of it, basically the inside. Got to be careful. Can you see here this line? Right, just have to be careful. So what I'd like to do is come back around to the outside of the bowl. This is where I need to be very, very careful. There's some very, very light cuts. So I'm just going to swap from my bowl gouge. I'm going to go straight to a rounded tip piece of carbide, just so I can take this tool mark out. Really, I don't want to be too aggressive with it and lose the piece while it's on the lathe. So, but yeah, I was going to say it's all part of the journey with wood turning, and every piece that I put on the lathe, no two pieces end up the same. No two pieces at all. Being very, very gentle. I woke up this morning and I opened the back door to let my dog out, and he took one look at the ice and he was like, no thank you. No thank you. Okay, I've removed it. I've removed most of it. So I just want to tidy that back in a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm quite happy there. Okay, very happy there. Want to 90 likes already. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. It does really, really mean an awful lot to me. Thank you. I think once I get to 100, I think that's when YouTube's like, okay, people actually do want to watch this stuff. I'm like, yeah, YouTube. But yeah, I can't thank you all enough for the support. It really, really does mean an awful lot to me. It's one of those things when trying to make anything, especially when live. I mean, sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I get it wrong. And it's just basically learning from those mistakes, you know. Like I said, riding the bike, you've got to fall off a few times. Just before you get it. That's better. I've lost the curve. I've lost curve on the bonjour. On the bottom end of the platter. So really thin that rim out. So serious. Right. Let's get this over here. There we are. Where's my ball gouge? Best way to test the depth of something, put your gouge on, bring to the end. I'm so deep in, okay, it's not a very huge piece. Okay, I've got a little bit of room I could go in push cuts it away from me, and go a bit deeper, or I can come towards me, the flute facing me, and I can shear cut it out basically like a pull cut. So being mindful of these walls. I don't want to go through these walls, okay? 800 people in the room. Smash that button. Smash that like button. Do a brother a favour. Don't forget to subscribe. It means an awful lot. 1,000 people in the room. Wow, man. I think it's my highest count ever. Believe it or not, on one of my lives, I got 200 subscribers. I was like, wow. I didn't think that many people were interested in woodturning, but clearly they are. They like seeing how things are made. Okay, I'm quite happy with that depth. I've got a bit of a raised area here in the middle because it's quite nice and flat here. 1,237 people in the room. Welcome everyone. I'm going to say my name's Dan anyway. I'm going to say, and yeah, I hope you enjoy my lives. I'm going to say it's based here in mid Wales, next to England. Yeah, and I'm literally surrounded by nature, woodlands, lakes, forests, that kind of stuff. Beautiful place to live. So we'll get rid of that raised area in the middle here, okay? Not adding too much pressure, and the lathe is spin the wood, and yeah, let the gouge actually cut it. And most of what you see here, I actually taught myself. I had one lesson right at the beginning, and the rest of it I came home and thought, right, I can. It's a. You're very close. It's not a plate. It's a platter. That's what we call it in woodturning, is a platter. So very similar to the beach that we did the other day. This is a piece of spalted beech. So all these black lines. It's a type of fungus which grows in the wood when it's drying out, and yeah, it takes 2 to 3 years for this to happen to wood, and then it goes away. But yeah, it's a nice serving little platter. So nice for, don't know, your tea, your dinner, I can say, but yeah, spalted beech. So But I don't just do spalted beech, I do, excuse me, here's a nice big bowl, okay, this is spalted ash, so very different kind of markings. This is 10 inches wide by 4 inches deep. Nice. Do you have to use any sealing oils before it's food safe or anything? Very good question, thank you for your question. I shall get to that right now. What I tend to use, it comes from Furniture Clinic, and this stuff's called pure tongue oil. And basically, once I finish sanding, you'll have a coat of this today, and it gives a beautiful sheen. It's got a beautiful shine. It's totally food safe. Okay, it's totally food safe. So you could put your dinner in here if you wanted to. Yeah, I was going to say it gets another coat 48 hours later, and then another 72 hours after that, and then it goes away. It goes away in the dark, and it sits in the dark for a while just for it to cure. But this stuff is about £15 a bottle, okay, and it goes a very long way. Then if you look at the other stuff that I use, also food safe. I only use food safe products. Again, for a bottle this big, you're talking nearly £20. So you've got tongue oil, which is a big bottle, small bottle of walnut oil that smells divine, smells beautiful. But yeah, I use both. I have used Hampshire Sheen, this is called, and it's burnishing oil, and it's food and toy safe. But the first time I ever used it, it smells like terps, it smells like thinners. Segmented wood turning. Oh God, I wish I had the patience. Maybe in the future. Basically, I want to try and get into things like I want to do a pen, I want to do a ring. Well, pens and rings. I want to delve into working with stuff like epoxy, stuff like that. I just try to incorporate a bit of wood with a bit of characteristics, a bit of design, so that kind of stuff. So you'd like to see me kind of delve into that really. I've already got a pressure pot. In fact, let me just get it off the floor. I've got the pressure pot, so that's a project for another day. So I like wooden spoons and plates and stuff. Sucks that none of it is dishwasher safe. That's the only thing. I wouldn't put it in the dishwasher. We want to keep it dry. So, but yeah, overall, it's it's a bit of a shame, really, isn't it? I was going to say, because you see what happens when you buy a wooden spoon from the local store, shop, kitchenware place, and you put it in the dishwasher 3 or 4 times, it comes out all gammy. Hi, Robin. See where we are, Robin? 116 likes. We had over 1,000 people in the room a second ago, which is incredible. So I've just got to remove that midsection here. We've nearly got rid of it. We're making another platter, actually, Robin. Saying Robin is one of my regulars, and I've got a lovely even rim all the way around. I don't want to disturb it too much, really, but what I want to try and do is just clean it up, sand it up, and then basically we shall give it a coat of some oil. Yeah, I was going to say never put some wooden stuff in the dishwasher. You want to keep it dry. I'm going to say it's a shame. Get some wood glue, or is it totally get some clamps, and clamp it back together, and then stick some glue on it. So yeah, but don't put anything wooden in the dishwasher. It's pretty brutal. Just being gentle. No, I don't want to be too aggressive at all. Ooh. Just caught my gouge there then. I'll put a new profile on it, Robin. Swept the wings back even more, so I have more contact with the piece, but taking a bit of practice. what arrived this morning now, Robin? This is oak. Oak, Robin. That's a bit of a sphere, isn't it? 1/4 inch bowl gouge. Still trying to get used to it a little bit. It's quite nice though, I can say, but yeah, it is. I remember with my 1/2 inch bowl gouge and it turned it like this. Okay, we've still got some length on it, but my 3/8 bowl gouge is dwindling a little bit, so I use an awful lot. Okay, ooh, clean that up. Bowl gouge. Bowl gouge. Ooh, I like it. It's like a finishing tool. Really, it's way less aggressive than the others. So, I like it. The only thing about woodturning, it's expensive. Everything's expensive. Everything. It's alright. It's alright, Brent. Brent zinc. Right. Ooh, I hate that noise. Okay, we've got our platter. Okay, we've got our platter. What we're going to do now is we're going to give it a good sand. I've got a tiny, tiny little hairline fracture there. We're going to remove it. We are going to remove it because I don't want it there. Just getting over the worst cold of the century. Yes, they do, yeah. Yes, they do. Carbide, you just replace the tips. Can sharpen them, but they're cheap as chips, you know. Probably the only cheap thing about wood turning is the carbide tips. But yeah, I've got a professional sharpening system just behind me. So they take seconds to sharpen. I do have a super fast sharpening system, yeah, it is very fast. See, I didn't want to remove too much, but what I have done there is I've removed that crack, which was the most important thing. Right, let's take that helmet off a minute. Honestly, I've been looking for these everywhere. Actually got another pair to put on, so, but yeah, the other ones are really, really good. Yes, it does, Dr. Viz. Yeah, you should never ever do wood turning with blunt tools. Never. It's incredibly dangerous. It's incredibly dangerous to try and wood turn with blunt tools because you're not going to cut anything. It's just going to bounce. It's just going to, the steel will just bounce on the timber and you're just really scraping at it. You're not really cutting. So, but yeah, it's, I've answered your question. All right. Take the Joe 90s off a minute. Mask. Just looking at the back a second, to do a tiny nano. I do not like messing with pieces once they're done. 731 RPM. I can go to about 1,000 if I wanted to. But yeah, I'm quite steady at 731. Got variable speed, so I can speed it up, slow it down, run it forwards, run it backwards. Don't tend to run it backwards, not unless we're doing things like reverse sanding, etc. But what are we on now? 144 likes, 399 people in the room. Just had 1,000 people in the room. You're on. All right. Yeah, if you want to follow my journey as a woodturner on YouTube, account's brand new. Well, 8 weeks old. So if you'd like to support my journey, it is free. And yeah, I'm going to be experimenting with a lot of different variations of turning. Some pens to rings, platters, vases, that kind of thing. I did do a vase not long ago. But what I'm doing now, I'm just going to start off on 80 grit, 2-inch sanding disc, power sand it. Right, let's get my Joe 90s back on. Yeah, usually when it's on a high RPM, it does look like it's running the other way. So yeah, but it's always running towards me. That's why you can be very mindful of your safety. You don't want that coming off, not unless you fancy a trip to the A&E. Right. 730, we'll keep it there. Ooh. Hold that thought there. Hold that thought there. There's a tool mark there somewhere. There. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. Exactly like in the car commercials. The worst thing to do is when you're sanding and you put it in reverse to reverse sand, and then about a second later you forget you put it in reverse and you go to put your hands on it to sand it. You can remember it's running the other way then, so it can naturally, yeah, you can be incredibly careful. Incredibly careful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this spear back, my 1/4-inch bowl gouge. So 164 likes, damn it, we were nearly at my target from yesterday. We got 169 yesterday. We got nearly 600 people in the room. Yeah, if you enjoy my live, don't forget to support the channel. It's just a click, man, but it means an awful lot to me. But yeah, if you want to watch me continue make stuff and get better, talk my way through the process and all that kind of shebang, yeah, don't forget to support the channel. It is free. Somebody said in my live not long ago, and you take too long. So it's not going to make itself, is it? It's not going to make itself, is it? So there we are. Got rid of the tool mark. yeah, it's just a process. These things take time. Could buy a CNC machine and I could do it all myself, but I like the process. Where are we on now? 171 people. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. That's really, really heartfelt. Thank you. 172 then. Thank you, 172. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, see if we can get me to 100, not 100, 3,200, I think. I think that's where we are. Nearly. One. I think, yeah, I hit 200 subscribers in one live. I don't think I'm going to get 200 subscribers in this live, but damn it, I've got loads of rings in here. I'm going to clean them up. I don't even see those. Right, this is going to take some serious concentration, so I'm not ignoring you, I just want to remove this a minute, okay? I'm going to run it, we're running at over 1,000 revs now, okay? 1,055, okay? Very, very careful. Woo! Oof. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, that was pretty hair raising. Got rid of them. We did get rid of them. Apart from left me with that tiny bit there. So let me get rid of that. Breathe. What is it? It's a platter with a plate. plate of oak. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. We'll leave it like that. A bit like that. Shallow plate. Put that down. Nerve-wracking standing while cutting at that speed. One wrong move and you're going to say goodbye to your platter. Okay, so I like that. Where I've got the end grain, this is where I've got the tear out, and even though I'm using extremely sharp tools, it's really it's really difficult to remove. But what we'll do is we're going to put this in reverse and send it that way. Okay, that way. So let's do it again. Yeah, you're right. It's a plate, it's a platter. Platter made out of oak. So basically like a serving tray. Okay, we'll bring this back forwards now. There's 120 grit now, okay? 1, 2, 0. What do I do with them? Give them away. Give them away. Charities, friends, families, neighbours, all sorts of, yeah, they go all over the place. I know it looks very plain at the moment, so you wait until I put a finish on this. You say then it's going to really stand out. But yeah, a lot of them tend to go away. I'll half keep some of them, even though she's got about 3,000 of them already, but final grip, 240. Okay, and it's already smooth. It's already incredibly smooth. It's baby smooth. But 240 just makes it super smooth. Yeah, 197 on my side, Robin. Can you actually see? Can you actually see how many people actually like the video? I don't. I always wondered that. Wales. Where I get the name from, Woodturning in Wales. Baby smooth now. Baby smooth. Now if this is wet wood, you see sap all over the sandpaper. I got any? No. Yeah, when it's wet, all the sap out of the wood sticks to the sandpaper. It's a bit of a nightmare to clean. 200 more lights. Thank you very much. Right, what I'm going to do now, take that helmet off, take that mask off. I did say I wasn't going to come on today, but see here, I was going to say it's, for some reason, as much as I sand it, it's not going away. I've tried cutting it away, but let's see how it looks with the finish on it now. Right, get it on 95. Try and put a finish on at a high speed and it splashes right back at you. It's gone now. Nice. Certainly is. So it's shining now. Okay. I was going to say, Robin, nearly done, buddy. Nearly done. Nearly done. Thank you for staying with me, though. Thank you very much. So I'm not sure how many subscribers this live gained, but one I did yesterday gained 60 subscribers, which was pretty cool. I haven't beat my 200 subscriber limit when I first jumped on. I think I only had about 100 subscribers at the time, a couple of months ago, and all of a sudden it just went straight up. So it's really heartfelt. Very grateful. Very grateful. Alright, let's get that nice and soaked in. Get that back up to speed. Excuse me. Razor thin that rim is. There we are. There we are. Yeah, I thought it was just a figment of my imagination. I expected this spalting, I'm going to show you in a second, I expected spalting to come through onto the platter. I'll get you a close up of it now. So, thank you very much, Robin, appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, so I didn't want to go too deep, I just wanted to give it this curve, you see, where it just slides in. So, nothing can happen with it. If I've got food or whatever on there, it's not going to slide off, you know. I've got that nice flowing edge to it. It's like a wave, yeah. Yeah, nice piece of oak, mate. But the spalting, I expected, see the spalting come through the other side? Expected it to come through, but it didn't. So, but overall, I'm quite pleased with that. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm going to say I don't do many platters. You've got a marble to roll in there. I was going to say, yeah, just balance it. But yeah, I was going to say, but when they go away and people take them off my hands and stuff, sometimes I get to know what they're used for. Some people tend to use them for fruit bowls and all sorts, but yeah, maybe a cool little marble platter, if you know what I mean. So, hi Casey, welcome to the live. But yeah, thank you to everybody who's dropped me a like, a follow, a subscribe, showing the love, the support. Does mean an awful lot to me. And yeah, I was going to say, it keeps bringing me back, I suppose, to try and create new stuff, more stuff, that stuff. But yeah, you go for it, Robs, and I shall see you in the next one, buddy. But thank you for dropping by. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one, buddy. But yeah, whatever you're doing today, people, you wrap up warm, stay safe, stay jolly, and hopefully I shall see you all very soon. It's very, very cold, it's very wet, it's very icy and snowy outside. So my day today is making platters. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully good job. Shout out for me from the Philippines. We've had Philippines before, but yeah, welcome to our Woodturning in Wales, from Wales. But yeah, I was going to say, if you haven't supported the channel, don't forget to drop a subscribe, and hopefully I shall be back on soon. And if you are subscribed, it will notify you when I'm back online. So but yeah, I was going to say, you all have a great afternoon, great evening, great morning, wherever you're from this wacky world, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. But thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe, stay warm, look after yourselves. Take care, YouTube.